On March 30th, 2020, I made a video titled Onision is going off the deep end with creating this. Now, almost a month later, in a story that you thought couldn't get any worse, it does. But also in this video, we're going to be covering a little bit of the long-forgotten Onision forms. There was a video released a couple months back where everything on his original forms was actually archived. And I want to highlight and showcase some of this stuff because it's really important. But before we begin, special thanks to our sponsor of the channel today, Raid Shadow Legends. Just take a look at this. These are my current champions that I've been training, and just look at these graphics. They are visually impeccable, and that's saying something for a mobile game. The game is free to play. For desktop, PC, and mobile. If you like RPG style-esque games, this may be for you. There's lots of raiding, clan bosses, PvP fights, you name it, Raids probably has it. Challenge yourself in the edge in the ongoing tournaments, complete against the entire raid community while fighting the Spider's Den, Ice Golem's Peak, the Almighty Fire Knight, and the Notorious Dragon. In Raid Patch 1.5 coming in May, you'll be able to compete in a brand new arena tournament and earn points according to your tier and win some awesome rewards in the local and global tournaments. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver plus 1 free champion slasher. All this treasure will be waiting for you here, and all of these rewards will be available for the next 30 days. Back in 2016, I made a video titled Onision is a Creep. And in this video specifically, I cover what really started a lot of this controversy and drama about Onision. It actually all started with this Reddit post, which I'm not going to read out loud because I've already covered this before, but I want to highlight this because it's very relevant to now. On the original forums of where this was actually taking place, of these photo submissions of people, most of them all being underage, there was a secondary post of something very, very similar. But the thing is, back in 2014 all the way up until 2019 of December, these web forums that he had established and had people constantly registering and using and interacting was really, really big. This has been ongoing for actually almost 6 years now, and until the Chris Hansen showed up at his door and started giving him press and publicity from that, that's when Onision completely botched everything in regards to his forums, forum posts, and allowing threads to be made on what does Onision think of your body? Would you date Onision? Would you do this? Would you do that? Does Onision think you're cute? Does Onision think that you're fat? There's another YouTuber who covered the forums, which I'm going to link down below. I recommend you subscribe to her channel. It's pretty good. But she made a video actually highlighting a lot of this stuff, and credit goes to her because this is so condemning. Like, you can't make this stuff up, guys. The whole Onision's creepy, Onision is somewhat... That's actually all of Greg's own doing by what he chose to post and the things that he chose to do on his channel and the things that he chose to interact with and post online. It really is all himself. Onision being creepy, Onision building a reputation of being weird and rating young female fans who are above or underage is weird. It's not a normal thing people do. And regardless of whether you're underage or whether you're above the age of 18, having people submit photos to you for you to review on your YouTube channel and post a rating scale on whether you're skinny, hot, or not, or too chunky, or too thin, that's just weird. And it's not a normal behavior that people should be doing and posting on their YouTube channel. But you see, Onision would always use this argument that it's an 18+ only form, an 18+ only form. But if you go through the archive stuff, this is stuff that was not deleted, mind you. This had full thread interactions, meaning that you had tons of people posting in these threads, all literally claiming that they're below the age of 18, 16+. What does Onision think of your body? And this is not normal. No place in no world can you tell me that this is a normal thing somebody does. But then you advertise that it's 18+, but then you continue to allow people to advertise the fact that they're 12, 13, 14, 15. Like, where were your mods back then? Weren't they deleting these threads? Clearly not, because the threads just kept getting bigger and bigger, and more threads interactions, and more people talking with one another. And it's just like, dude, why do you think you're a 35-year-old man posting videos online, taking photos of fans, and then rating them on a scale of, like, hot or not? At what point does that become, like, really uncomfortable?
The website that I have found shows full-screened snapshots of so many pages from the Onision.xyz forum.
What does Lainey think about your body? Post a picture of your body and let Lainey judge. 16+. And now I know for a fact that Kai, then Lainey, was 22 at the time, because Kai is a month older than I am. Hello, who are you? What is your name? How old are you? My name is Sabrina. I'm 15. My name is Madison. I'm 16, almost 17. My name is Haley. I'm 15. My name is Marios. I'm 17. My name is Naomi. I'm 15. My name is Abby. I'm 25. My name is Elwin. I'm 13, I believe. My name is Nicole. I'm 17. I'm Mikey, 13. Haley, 14. My name is Cher. I'm 15. My name is Ida. I'm 15. My name is Charlotte. I'm 15. My name is Ollie. I turned 15 in September. My name's Gazelle, 16. Cindy, 14. Espanol, 16. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'm 14. My name is Gabrielle. I am 15. I am only 13, so could you imagine if you were 13? Would Onision date you? And this was off of the Wayback Machine. Have Onision rate you 1 to 10. The next one is titled Try Hard Girls, and it's in the context that he is specifically looking for girls and not guys. It seems to be in a flirtatious manner, and once again, same story. Girls are posting pictures of themselves. Some of them are clothed minimally. We have no way of telling who is a minor and who isn't. Once again, repeating myself, considering how many people have introduced themselves in between the ages of 13 and 15 years old, it's creepy. One of them is called, Are Your Boobs Too Big or Too Small? This thread itself had 51 posts. Can we reiterate how many people stated that they were not only just under 18, but under 16 years old? What age does Greg think you are? Just post a picture of you and don't say your age and maybe he'll guess it for you. I'm not gonna tell you how old I really am because I'm in a few other videos of you and it would cause your problems. Ha 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 ha. I'm under 18.
There's another thing that I really need to point out. This is extremely important. I brought this up back in 2016 when I made my first video about Onision's forums.
When an 11, 12, or 13-year-old girl is doing something on the internet like that, you have to take some sort of freaking responsibility. There's something in your brain that has to click and say, you know what, maybe it's a bad idea if I put a half picture of a minor in my video, that maybe that's a bad idea.
This was pointed out in an article written about Onision's forums, which is what brought so much attention on it and created the snowball effect of backlash against him. A sibling of one of the girls that would share photos of themselves on his forums reached out to Onision because she was extremely concerned. Her sister was 13 years old and was posting scantily clad photos of herself in Onision's forums, specifically the Try Hard Girls forum. She is the person at 212 with the Calvins. Please remove that video and re-upload it without her. That was posted 3 years ago. The entire situation that blew up about Onision started with that post. We're just about to hit 2020. The video is still up. He never took it down. You didn't delete your forums until Chris Hansen got involved in this entire case just a couple of months ago.
Down below in the description box, you'll find all the archive stuff and the links to the Wayback Machine and the old stuff that has documentation of these threads and interactions. It's all there if you dig deep enough. But this is something that Onision has really constantly shifted, because over the course of like 2014, 13 up to 2019, he's had multiple different forums, all of which, anytime something gets controversial or people start covering stuff, what he would do is he would actually change the website domain and URL to something different every time. Like Onision XYZ, Onision.this, Onision.that. He's changed his web form layout and the forums overall, I think at least 4 times. But as of right now, 2020, this type of forums that he ran for almost 6 years, they're gone. Last time it was up was in 2019 around Christmas time. That had the whole Chris Hansen involvement stuff, and then he just kind of scrapped everything and just went on to his now OnlyFans account, which is the next part I want to kind of briefly discuss here. Now, I also made a video about a month and a half ago, talking about Onision's account in which he does CGI images of himself. I kind of reviewed that. It was more of a silly video. It wasn't that serious. But in that video, he made a CGI version of himself with like on a horse. He also used vegetables as a replacement for other forms of body parts. Then he had CGI stuff of him with like other people and doing things, the jiggy and just doing weird acts and things like that. It's just very strange and bizarre. I don't really care at the end of the day because it doesn't really affect anybody, and if people want to pay for that weird stuff, by all means, they can go right ahead. But the strangest thing about this, and this is where I am really actually disturbed, and I think this further proves the fact that this guy is not just creepy, he's ultra extreme creepy, because this kind of solidifies how far he is willing to go and scrape at the bottom of the barrel, because his account now doesn't just post CGI stuff. It's actually moved away from real life photos of himself. So he's actually charging around $10 a month and has about 80 to 90 people who are currently subscribed. So you multiply that, he's making anywhere from like $700 to maybe $900 a month on this account. People are actually paying for this originally with the CGI stuff, and now that it's actually him actually posting 15-year-old boy selfies, despite him being almost 36 years old, it's very, very weird. Like this photo in particular, this photo here, he posted a rump shot. Like, this is one of the photos on there. He's clenching his cheek, and people are paying for this, and like, it's your money, you do whatever you want. But I saw this and I nearly gagged, simply because the right cheek has so much acne on it. Like, an ultra amount of acne. I've actually never seen a cheek have that much acne on it. I think you better get your husband to put some lotion down there or something to help your skin, because it definitely needs some treatment, my dude. Here's a front shot. And this particular photo is disturbing primarily because it's something like a 15-year-old boy who's going through adolescence or puberty would take. And there's a lower part of a carrot, a real carrot, that's actually exposed in this photo. And he's standing there with like some of it exposed, and he has like his hand holding a carrot. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, wow, he's actually doing it now. It went from CGIing himself doing weird things to actually him posting himself. It's creepy, man. It really is. And yeah, at the end of the day, this isn't actually technically hurting anybody except the future of his children. And like, I can actually say that. And I don't like using the think of the kids argument, but you have to actually think about that. Children, and when you have children, I don't think you should be posting things like this online, because in the future, it's going to affect how your kids are perceived in the public schooling arena when their dad is posting things like this, trying to pretend to be a 15-year-old boy. It's just not a normal thing a married man, I believe, should be. And yes, I know this is kind of like a moral, ethical argument here. I'm not really trying to make that. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, that's how I view this. You can disagree with me all you want. But there's something highly disturbing about this, because it just kind of solidifies how creepy he's already been. And now that he's posting stuff like this and appealing to people who are of age or who are not of age, I don't know. Like, these are just some of the comments actually on his account commented on these actual photos. Like, clearly people like it. There are people who are fans of him. There are people who actually are paying money for this, and at the end of the day, that's what their prerogative. But I can't help but just think about, this is actually making himself look worse than he's already made himself look out to be. But at the end of the day, I don't think he really cares. He has no self-awareness, so why would that make any difference? But look, at the end of the day, I want to establish one thing. I don't care who you are. Male, female. At the end of the day, you are your own person. Self-esteem and confidence should not be rooted in a YouTuber's opinion of yourself. And this includes everybody. Stop looking at YouTubers as your idol. Myself is included in this. Because when you do that, when you look to a YouTuber as your personal idol, and you get involved with a personalized creep like Onision, he'll take advantage of that, literally. Like, if you have a large social media following, it's really important to know how you influence the people that you're involved with influencing. And posting videos rating people's bodies, specifically your fans, regardless of gender and regardless of their age, is something that I don't think a creator should be doing. No man or no woman should be holding the weight of somebody's self-confidence to tell them whether they're thin or not. Which, if you're an adolescent, that's going to affect your self-esteem really, really bad if that's your idol says something like that. And it's just not a healthy cycle to live in. And I want people to be better when it comes to stuff like that. This man is not your savior. He's one of the most hated people on the platform, and for good reason, because he's built that image for himself. And that's all his own doing. You can't blame the anti-Onision crowd for something that he created himself. You do realize that he created the coin anti-Onision, and then now it's just kind of like this whole thing that people reference. Anybody who dislikes him automatically is in that group, and that's just not actually realistic. Don't generalize and put people in large groups simply because they share a common interest. That's not really accurate. But yeah, that's all. I just needed to voice that and get that out there. Check out the channel that I referenced below. Also made a video on the Onision forums and the things that go on there. Special thanks to all of my patrons who have been supporting me recently. I really, really appreciate all that. Oh, and I almost forgot. Do you like beautiful toes? Do you like beautiful feet? Like, personally, I'm not a fan of feet at all. But if you like somebody taking off their shoes, taking off their socks, and just a plain photo of somebody with very beautiful soles, I am your man. And I got you covered. See that link right there? See that link? Yeah, it's real. And if you like feet, you should check it out.